Morning guys, welcome back to RMS. We're back on a Monday. We're going to start cracking on, making some changes. We have mentioned that we're going to make one improvement a day. That's something we're going to go on for. I put out a video the other day saying that we're 3 months into it now. The business has changed around. It looks like we're on the right track for that. So now let's start making some changes in the workshop. I'll say one improvement a day. Any garage owners out there, or any business owner out there, you can do this yourself. Just ask your staff, tell them you want one improvement a week. And over a year, it makes a big difference. You've got 5 people working for you, so that's a lot of changes during the year. So, but before we start this week, can I just ask you to subscribe, like, stick a comment down. The YouTube algorithm sort of loves it. And then if it shows that we're trying to make a bit of a go of this channel, my accountant will probably let me spend some money on some new tooling, etc. Anything for a bit of content. But I have got to show that people are liking it. So if you can, just stick a comment, stick a like, subscribe if you can, and then we can actually try and make a little bit of a go of this. So right, let's get into the week. Okay, so today I'm in on my own, so Christian's not here. So we've got 2 battery drains in. We don't normally take on 2 at once because, you lied, didn't you? Because they just sit there for hours upon hours upon hours. So, but I'm here on my own. I've got a couple of jobs to finish up, and now the bleeding phone rings. So we don't normally take on 2 battery drains at the same time, but they do just sit there. So it does mean that I can set both of these sort of cars up on meters, leave them to sit there. I've got a couple of jobs I need to crack on with. The burnt out Peugeot, I'll get that done by the end of the week. This Laguna come in last week with a handbrake fault. They've actually changed the module over from an automatic one, and we can't program it in, so they've dropped down the original one. We've got to get underneath it, actually see what was wrong with the original one. Could have just been a cable snap and they changed the whole thing, So I don't know. And I've got this one with a Xenon fault on it. That's a lovely old thing. So yeah, not a bad little run around day, set up the battery drains, tinker with a bit of them, tinker with these ones. Not too hard. So 3 jobs booked in, a couple of little ones to tinker around with. And yeah, see how we get on with it by the end of the day. And I'll show you what drains we've got on these Mercedes, see if we can work out what's wrong with it. And I'll give you a little update on the 1 change per day. So it's going to be 4 a week. So yeah, any suggestions, what you like, some of you garage owners might have put into place in your business, drop it down below. And I'll catch you a bit later once I've got all these cars set up. Okay, so we've got Mercedes with a battery drain, very similar to the Transit, same sort of draw. Yeah, sort of 90 milliamps there. So yeah, that one's set up, and so's the Transit. The Transit's had some sort of camper conversion done. Let me just show you that. Just unlatched the door, didn't I? Sacre bleu. Anyhow, the drain was about the same, so let that shut down again. That's the worst thing with doing these cars. You touch something like that, unlatch the door. So some massive cables here. Yeah, they look big and bulky and orange, but it's not automotive wiring, but it is wiring. The fellow who owns this owns a electrical supply centre, so he knows the difference between good and bad and stuff. So we've got all this gubbins in the back. I haven't narrowed it down yet. I'd let it shut down, and I was going to disconnect everything from this end, see if it's on the car or on the camper. So yeah, so we'll be running through that one. And we've got 350Z in with a headlight fault. Xenon faults, to do anything on them is headlight off. No, to do anything on them, bumper forward, headlight out, you can get to the wiring. So this has been to another garage, and that garage has had the common fault of getting a bit blinkered and confused on what they've done. They've done it exactly right, but I would assume that the boss is telling somebody, change that, let's try this, let's try that. So with HRD Xenons, you can't really test it is a lot easier to just swap the ballast over, swap the bulb over, see what's going on, make sure you get your 12 volts in. But we haven't got wiring diagrams for this. It's an import, so you know they probably are out there. But we've worked it back through that it had blown a fuse. Put another fuse in it. They had said that they'd swapped parts over on headlights. They knew that the ballast and everything was okay because they swapped it side to side. But did they swap the good known side onto the other headlight and it didn't work, or the other way around? So yeah, it was getting very confusing. So we had a dead short on that fuse, disconnected, the headlight was not working and the short was gone. I assumed it was going to be a wiring fault in between, but it's not. It's actually down to the ballast on the headlight. But where they've swapped stuff backwards and forwards, I think they've got themselves a bit blinkered, bit confused of what bit was what. But I mean, again, they're a very good, reputable garage. They just, you know, got a little bit overwhelmed with it, I suppose. You know, we've got such a set procedure where we do slow, methodical testing that we can remember. We can remember stuff, and you know, we can write stuff down. We need to. We don't need to normally, but if it does get confusing, yeah, we do set up, you know, little tests and little diagrams to say what we've done. Yeah, so this garage, I've given up on it. Said it must be the headlight. They did say they had it working. They said they actually swapped the complete headlight side to side and it worked. But whether they'd gone to that fuse, found a blown fuse, and still the headlight's been swapped around and one didn't work, one did, I don't know. But we've traced it back. It is a ballast fault on it, so we've got that ordered in, and then we'll get it all back together. But yeah, just goes to show, it don't matter how good you are, you can get sort of confused about what was put where and stuff like that. So that's enough waffle. Let's get into these battery drains, and then we can go from there. Thank you. So first change of the week is going to be the way we answer our phone calls. I'm very set in my ways, creature of habit, etc. I want year, make, model of the car. Then we'll start working through what the fault is, and then we'll start discussing stuff. And then I tell them we're booking 3 weeks ahead, and they say, oh, no, I'll go somewhere else, I'll look for somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. So now, first point of call, they say, yeah, I'm looking at booking my car in. And we're saying, yep, no problem, we're booking for 3 weeks' time. We're taking 150,000, yeah. We're taking £150 deposit. Do you want to book in? If they say, yeah, that's when we carry on. Do we want the job? You know, the amount of jobs that we actually get where it's not even electrical, you know, but you need to do that investigation work at the point of the phone call. You know, so we are called RMS Diagnostics, but people expect a diagnostic machine to fix a car. A diagnostic machine is a fault code reader. That is it. You know, it does do programming, etc. But the reason when you get them there is to read any code, see some live data. That is it. You know, the rest of it's done by knowledge and experience and stuff. So, you know, if you want a code read, go somewhere else. It's not called RMS Code Reading Services. So yeah, so it's going to be the phone calls are our first thing. We started it today, and yeah, it cuts off 5 or 10 minutes worth of calls to them for them to say, oh no, I need it done this week. There's no point in speaking about it anymore. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Cheers. So first job of the day, it's got this Mercedes in. It's got a fault code in it for near side front ABS sensor, and it's got a brand new one fitted in there. So what we thinking? Cheap aftermarket or wiring fault? Jesus, look at them tyres. So yeah, new sensor in there. Let's get it in, get it checked. Right, so we went around this Mercedes with thermal imaging, everything, couldn't pick up nothing, and it was still drawing about 100 milliamps. Under the rear seat, which is about 4 foot thick, is an old tracker. Look at that. Proper old. With a battery backup. We'll probably lower the fuel consumption. Jesus. So yeah, that's what was wrong with that. Okay guys, we're into Tuesday, show you what's going on. We've had ECU back for the Corsa, the one which I shouldn't have booked in, but squeezed it in. Sent our way, had it reprogrammed. We've programmed it all back in down our end. Don't really know what sort of went on with that one. We do loads of them. So I had this Mercedes in. It's had an ABS sensor fitted by a local garage, and it didn't fix the fault. So it was aftermarket, so we checked it through, checked all the wiring. Yep, wiring checked out, all is okay. Module checked out as okay, so we thought it's going to be, you know, let's fit a dealer sensor on it. Not available. Not in Germany, no nothing. So can you believe it, you know? 61 plate car, can't get the parts for it. So we did go to another aftermarket dealer for a different type of sensor, and that one has cured it. Renault Capture with a charging fault. That's had 2 second-hand alternators on it, genuine ones. They fit an aftermarket one, didn't fix it. Put 2 genuine second-hand ones on it, still hasn't fixed it. And it's had an ECU fitted on it, so not quite sure what we're going to come across on there. Z4 in for the roof fault. This looks like it's wiring fault inside the roof, so we're going to have to get that stripped out. And we've got this one running on the button now. Just want to give it a road test in the morning, make sure it's all okay. That's the burnt one, what we had done. So we'll give that a road test before we tidy the wiring up. So what changes are we making? So what we've had done, or what we are going to do, my Picoscope is all on here and it's a pain. I have to take it over there, plug it in, blah, 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 blah. I want my scope to be as portable as a multimeter. So we've had a fellow over, does a lot of 3D printing. He's going to make us some mounts up. So it is got hooks. I know they're sort of available, but I want it to the way I want it. So we're going to get some bits made up for that. Bits made up for the multimeters, so they're hookable up on the bonnets, etc. But I want them universal, so they'll fit all of our meters, everything else like that. So I've had that designed today. If they're any good, might even start selling a few of them. I'll show you them when they turn up. So that's 2 things this week: the phone calls and getting the oscilloscope set up so it's as easy as a multimeter. The amount of times I don't check things, we go, it'll be all right, you know, sure it ain't that, and then you go back to the scope and it is that. So yeah, so let's get out of here today. I'll show you what comes in tomorrow. So we'll show you what goes on with this roof fault, and we'll go from there. Cheers! Right, we've got a BMW Z4 in with a roof fault. Lovely thing. So this has got a wiring broken about here in this part of the loom. So you can't get to it without stripping the whole roof out. So this one is broken around here. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut one of the other wires, which is a solid wire, brown one, attach 2 wires to it, all that all the way down and out of here. Repair this wire and then pull with the spare wire the brown one back up. See how that goes. So 2 wires connected to one, and we should be able to pull this one. There we go, so pull them 2 down there. Now what we've got to do is snip the one we're going to use. Let's get a little nubbin off there. Leave that one down here and pull the brown one back. And there we go, she's pulled back up there. So we've got this spare wire. That's obviously either end, which will repair the faulty one. Just solder that back on in somewhere what doesn't flex, you know, in a nice easy way. And that should get that done. Okay, so we've got the BMW done. Repaired the wiring on the roof. That was all good. And then, once we tried to use it, all the fault codes are cleared. It locked down okay, went and put it back, and it was saying that the parcel shelf in the back, or the, I don't know what they call it, basically the drop down cover. This drop down cover here, which has to be in a down position, and back there it's got a little micro switch in, where were we? So there's a micro switch in there which tells it whether this cowl is up or down. Just gives the roof a bit more room. The micro switch had all been bent and mangled up, so there was no way 2 faults both at the same time, that mangled up and the wire broke, or vice versa, you know. So phoned the customer, is someone been playing with it? Oh yeah, I did take it to another garage, they've had a play, so they would have gone straight to the most common issue on these. Started fiddling about with that, made it even worse, and we come across 2 faults to try and fix. But we sorted it all out, it's all done, another customer happy. Let's move on. Right guys, next improvement. So as I said, we're going to have all this changed about. So I haven't really tidied that or anything, because we've got some new holders and stuff being designed for that. But we've got a charger on this one and a charger on this one, and we don't use it. We don't have a home for them to plug them in every night. So that's what we want to do. The amount of times are coming in, my torches ain't charged, you know, my ratchets aren't charged, all that sort of stuff. A 2-channel meter there, which I don't use very much because it's never charged. So by the time you want to use it, same as a scope, I just want to be able to go grab it. So put this to bed every night, place everything in its place. My wife hates that saying because I'm the messiest bloke at home. But yeah, so that'll be put away every night, put on charge. That one will stay on charge, that will stay plugged in. I can plug that one into that one, and it just makes sure it's done, you know. 2 minutes before I go home, put all my tools away, slide that back into place, put everything on charge, we're done. Into the next day, fresh start. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And if you think about it, you know, we're doing 4 changes a week. We're going to run that for 3 months, you know, 4 a week, 4 weeks a month, you know, times that by 3, that's got to be 700 or something, I don't know, you know, it's a lot. So yeah, I'm going to try and talk a friend of mine into letting me look around his place. I'm going to message him in a minute and try and get out there next week, because his place is lovely. Does a bit of manufacturing, bit of postal stuff, bit of everything, but he's on point with his efficiencies. So I'm going to message him now, see if I can go around there. I think you'll like that one. So we would like to get around a few garages around the country as soon as the weather changes, because this is summer, and yeah, the weather's crap. So as soon as we get the motorhome done, me and the missus are going to go around visiting a few people, and yeah, get a few ideas of what we can implement, and yeah, go from there. So right, let's get home, get back tomorrow, clear some of this work out. Cheers. So 350Z, put a new ballast in it, just put it in for testing, and yeah, change the fuse, it's all working. So yeah, that's the one the garage got a bit muddled on. So get that one back together, you'll have that back today. Another one sorted out. Let's see what we've got in next. So a little camper we've got in today for a indicator fault, just a side of Peter. Good garage had contacted us. I had a couple of hours spare today, so I thought I'd squeeze this one in for him. And after checking this through, he's already had a mirror on it. We'd lost supply to here, so normally it'd be in here. So I've pulled the wire out, we've lost supply to this plug. This plug goes down here. So I traced it back to body control, which comes from here. Then that wiring comes down. I've had a bit of problems in one of these plugs before, so strip this side, nothing. Actually, that is rear wiring, but so the wiring comes down here under the carpet. It's got voltage going in under the carpet and not coming out that side. So yeah, it's not coming out here, but it is going in there. So I was like, right, it's got to be under this carpet somewhere. Quick shifty, and we find, if I grab my torch, torch is flat. Beautiful. What we see is a panel. I was like, let's have a look under there, see what's there. So this wiring is chafed through. So this panel, what sits on here, gets trod on as they walk through, time and time again. I assume it should have some sort of thing under there, but yeah, it's been pushing down onto there, chafed through the wiring. So yeah. So yeah, nice simple little job. Nice simple little job trying to help somebody out. Turned into a major one. So at least we can get it repaired it does look like it needs a bit of a strip out and repair, but we'll get the indicator working so it's MOTable, and we'll have it back in. But all right, start getting it back together. Okay, not a bad end to the week. Had the camper in today, which was one I shouldn't have taken on. This one just needs a couple of screws putting in it, and it's back together. This one is all done. I don't know if I've told you about this one, but yeah, it's all done. Just literally need the lumen putting back on, fuse box refitting, that's it. And a load of other cars in and done and gone today, so that's okay. Last little improvement. So this is the fourth one of the week. Just had this turn up, something we ordered beginning of the week. Headset, hands-free headset, do know what's it, for your landline. So I'm constantly losing my phone, and then you've got the phone here, you try and do stuff, you know. And again, now I'm just talking to the customers saying, look, before we start, this is what we're doing, 3 weeks ahead, £150 deposit, blah, 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 blah. You know, I can do that while still working on the car. And then I can, you know, use my diary and stuff. So once I've got that set up, I'll show you that. So yeah, 4 tiny improvements, but really over the moon with it. I did get in touch with the people who I want to go and look around their garage next week, which is 00 Racing. Check them out. They're amazing. You know, anything, monkey bike, C90 engines, things like that. You know, what they don't know about that is, you know, he is world renowned for it. So yeah, he's going to let me go and have a look around his place. And yeah, so we'll get that done next week. Hopefully have 2 videos out next week. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Cheers!